Hello and welcome to HISD News. I'm Colleen Allen. The results of the recent school board trustee elections are in, and all three incumbents will maintain their seats on the HISD board. Paula Harris, who currently serves as the board president, was reelected for her second term as the trustee for District 4. Manuel Rodriguez Jr. was reelected for his third term as the trustee representing District 3. He currently is the board's first vice president. And Juliet Stepech will continue to represent District 8. All three, along with Rhonda Skillerin-Jones, will be sworn into office this coming January. Jones was the only candidate to file for the District 2 seat, being vacated by Carol Mims-Galloway. Meanwhile, at their November 10th board meeting, trustees voted on a new component of the district's Effective Teacher Initiative. Trustees approved hiring a consultant group that will assist the district in designing new career pathways for teachers who want to take on a leadership role but don't want to leave the classroom. The Parthenon Group will work with HISD and the New Teacher Project to analyze data, research best practices, and collaborate with stakeholders to carry out the work. HISD is known as a district of choice, and this week thousands of parents learn more about the quality of school choices HISD has to offer. Sarah Osborne has more.
We're the high school for engineering, and if your baby likes science, this is the school for him.
It was standing room only at HISD headquarters on November 5th for the district's annual Magnet Open House.
I'm looking for a great middle school for my daughter. She's interested in science and music and math, so we're trying to find a nice little combination for her.
I'm looking at high schools to apply to.
They're being very helpful, and all the schools have plenty of information.
All 113 of HISD's magnet schools were on hand to showcase their programs and the unique opportunities they offer students.
And this is actually the studio right here, where the kids actually produce their own show. I'm the guy on the camera showing what they do, so you can see him.
And it's helpful because a lot of our parents sometimes they don't find the time really, because they're working every day. They don't find the time really to stop by the school. So it gives us an opportunity to meet them, also for them to get to know a little bit more about our schools.
Many schools brought current students to share their experiences with potential classmates and their parents.
I'm actually recruiting for High School to promote our magnet program. It's changed my life in many ways, so I figured why not help promote it.
Parents and students who attended the event say they found it extremely helpful and informative.
It's a lot easier to come here, talk to different people, see their presentations than it would be to take time out from the day and try to visit the actual campuses.
This is really great because I'm a working mom, so the idea to be able to come out here on a Saturday morning and have all of the schools in one place, it really helps us narrow our decisions.
Before I didn't know any of these schools or anything, and so it's nice to have a place where you can ask a lot of questions to everyone.
All in all, several thousand Houstonians came out to find out more about the quality choices HISD has to offer. But not to worry if you didn't make it. HISD is hosting several more magnet-related events for current 5th and 8th grade students.
We are taking all of the middle schools on the road for parents of 5th grade students, and they can talk to the middle school coordinators, school personnel. And we're also taking all of our high schools on the road. This is for the parents of 8th grade students now moving on to high school.
For more information, visit houstonisd.org/magnet. Students have until January 6th to turn in their applications.
2 HISD campuses were recognized this week for being named as National Blue Ribbon Schools, and to celebrate, students and staff were treated to Bluebell ice cream. Lyons Elementary was one of 3 HISD schools this year named to the prestigious Blue Ribbon list. On Thursday, November 11th, Board Trustee Anna Eastman visited the school for a parade and musical celebration. Everyone received cake and ice cream provided by Bluebell, along with a blue ribbon to symbolize the school's national recognition. Students and staff at Eastwood Academy also enjoyed an ice cream and cake party for being named a 2011 National Blue Ribbon School. Their celebration took place on Friday, November 11th. Challenge High School was also recognized this year on the National Blue Ribbon list. Students and staff had their own celebration last month. Parent involvement is key to the success of HISD, and to help thank parents for their unwavering support, the district is hosting its annual Parent Involvement Day celebration. Parents, grandparents, and caregivers are encouraged to come out to Delmar Fieldhouse on Thursday, November 17th from 9 a.m. to noon. There will be speakers, information booths, and at noon, Chief Academic Officer Alicia Thomas will give a special presentation on the new STAR exam. So mark your calendars and come on out on Thursday, November 17th. HISD has had the support of numerous business and nonprofit groups who are dedicated to improving public education in Houston. On Friday, November 11th, the district recognized the contributions of its many partners at a special appreciation breakfast held at the Intercontinental Hotel. At the event, 4 partners were inducted into the HISD Hall of Fame. They are Deloitte LLP, Smart Financial Credit Union, Reliant, and the Chinese American Relief Effort. Congratulations to all 4, and thanks for your continuous support to HISD. Getting kids interested in science starts with getting elementary school teachers excited about the subject. And that's what's happening at 24 HISD schools, thanks to a partnership between HISD, the Smithsonian Institute, and the U.S. Department of Education. Deborah Sanchez has more.
Go. 22 centimeters. That was 1 minute. 1 second.
These 5th graders from Deschamps Elementary are learning about force in motion in science teacher Usha Gavala's class.
What I liked about this lesson is we got to do a lot of things. We got to use a stopwatch. We got to use blocks and all of this.
This lesson is a result of a grant from the Smithsonian Institute's National Science Resource Center.
Hello? Yes, 2 centimeters. Yes, Larry, it's 3 centimeters.
Today's hands-on lesson about force in motion is just one of several that will be provided from the Smithsonian over the next 5 years. All the lessons are sent to the schools, packed with guides and a variety of hands-on materials for the students.
Often kids think that they're playing rather than learning, but in the end, the tests that the teachers give show that there's so much learning going on.
The Leadership Assistance for Science Education, or LASER teaching model, was created by the Smithsonian to improve teaching science. And for HISD, about 30,000 1st through 8th grade students will benefit from the LASER teaching model.
The more weight you add, you need to have more washers. What is the meaning of washers? When you're adding washers, what does it mean? More weight. That means you have to pull it, right?
The kids get fantastic science instruction that makes them excited about science. It's not rote reading. There are some literacy materials, but it's all embedded into this hands-on curriculum.
One of the integral components of the grant is professional development for teachers. HISD's teachers will receive about 100 hours of training from the Smithsonian's National Science Resource Center.
When I saw this lesson here, I thought this was a step-by-step guidance for everybody, and I think this helped a lot. It helps a lot, and we need those kind of professional development and the resources for us teachers.
And as for the students, Gavala says it gives the girls in the class a chance to shine.
Lesson as a whole, it involved the girls mostly. They were all almost there, and I felt very happy for that because I want my girls to be the leaders also.
HISD students and staff across the district recently recognized the sacrifice and dedication of those serving our country in the armed forces. At River Oaks Elementary, students held a special Veterans Day ceremony, which included several musical performances of patriotic songs and a reading about the history of the day. Several local veterans were present for the ceremony, which honored them and all current men and women serving in the armed forces. River Oaks students also presented the school's flag to the group in appreciation for their military service to our country. It's time now for the HISD Fast Fact of the Week. Did you know that 64% of HISD students scored above the national average in math on the Stanford Apprenda exam? That's it for this week's edition of HISD News. Please make sure to check us out on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Until next time, I'm Colleen Allen.